Hey, what's good? How y'all doing out there? I'm back. Yours truly, the one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, having myself a dizzle of a day. Don't forget that this podcast gets uploaded to YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, as well as Rumble. And then we'll take the video and stream it live on 3 of the Twitter accounts, seeing Twitter doesn't let me upload a video of this size directly to Twitter. So it will stream live on Twitter at Paul P Podcast, Twitter at Paul W Pickett, and Twitter at Indie Castle or Urban Obsession. Definitely follow on Rumble because the videos are monetized already on Rumble, unlike YouTube, which requires 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Also, don't forget the audio version of my podcast goes to Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Podchaser, Podcast Addict, and much, much more. Definitely follow me on all those platforms as well. This is the first episode since Game 6 of the NBA Finals. I didn't really do my wrap-up. And before I do my wrap-up, let's get into a word from one of our sponsors.
Me and my team, whenever we link up, they wanna be drink up. We sit down, relax and have few glasses when there's things to think about. Like I'm nice with the boss when I tend to the bars and I'm not talking drink ups. So tell the bartender that tend to the bar to please pass me a big cup up. And tell that waitress is waiting on us to put a little ice in it. Now watch the ice become weightless like the spaceships that I be sitting in. Now wait and listen, they're waiting for that tropical twist that'll take your taste buds. Now taste some. Yo, I insist it's the drizzle.
That's right. I insist. It's the Dizzle Premium Luxury Liqueur, mixture of agave tequila, cognac, and orange liquor mango mix. Check them out. Dizzlebrand.com. Go to all locations, and you'll see every state, city, store that Dizzle's located in. If it's not located in your state or your store, which is right now, California, Kansas, and Oklahoma, if I'm not mistaken. You can order your very own bottle or bottles online. Go to our locations on Dizzlebrand.com. Click one of the top 3 website links. Must be 21 and over. Shipping and handling is included. Also, you can get the Dizzle Brand merch. They got the hats, got the T-shirts. Dizzle Brand established 2001. Check them out, Dizzlebrand.com. First, congratulations to the Golden State Warriors. When, even though it wasn't very exciting of a finals at all, it just really wasn't. Like compared to pre-pandemic numbers, like if you compare the numbers of Golden versus the Raptors to this game, I mean, you're talking about 8 million less viewers. It's a lot. That's a lot. 8 million less viewers. Congratulations to Andrew Wiggins. Only thing left for him really to do is probably try to get an All-Star now. Get an All-Star selection. I mean, he's never been selected to an All-Star game, but he put up 18 in Game 6. With 3 blocks, 4 steals, 5 assists, 6 rebounds. I mean, he did his thing. 12 from Draymond, along with 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. He did his thing. Klay Thompson gave you 12 with 2 steals, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. You got 34 from Curry with 1 block, 2 steals, 7 assists, 7 rebounds. And Jordan Poole gave you 15 off the bench. Warriors ain't got to do nothing next year. They ain't got to make no moves. You still got a young Wiggins. They had Otto Porter actually starting at power forward and Draymond at center on that Game 6. They could use a better center, but they got Wiseman still. Got to see what Wiseman can do. They got Jonathan Kuminga, who's young. Jordan Poole's young. Gary Payton II's young. Moses Moody, Juan Toscano. I mean, they're good to go. They just need to develop their young guys. They need Wiseman to come back and get healthy. Clay definitely, it would help for Clay to get a little better coming in the next season. If he doesn't improve from none of how he played this season, I'm thinking you got to move Jordan Poole to that starting two guard position and move Clay on the bench, man. You got Clay might have to go to the bench. All right, let's go to the Boston Celtics. Jason Tatum gave you 13 points, 7 assists, 3 steals, a block. 19 out of Horford, along with 14 rebounds. He did his thing in Game 6. He was the only plus, him and Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown put up 34, 7, 3. Marcus Smart didn't give you much of nothing. That was pretty much it. What's my takeaway? Jaylen Brown has more of that dog in him than Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum might be a little more skilled, but if you ain't got that dog in you, I don't know, man. This is going to be like, I'm thinking the Celtics need a better facilitator than Marcus Smart. But they do need a better facilitator than Marcus Smart. I don't know who they're going to get. Who's out there that's a good facilitator? It don't got to be like a Chris Paul facilitator. I'm thinking somebody like a Mike Conley. They need somebody like Mike Conley. Mike Conley, definitely. A guy who is more of a facilitator and have Marcus Smart coming off the bench because he's more of a defensive guy anyways. Jason Tatum needs to work on his confidence. I don't like some of the remarks he made. Like he publicly displayed doubt in himself. You don't want your number one guy on any pro sports team displaying public doubt. Do that privately. Do that privately. We got the draft. So we got the draft coming up. Right now, the top 3 are pretty much evident, as they're saying, with Chet, Paolo Banchero, and Jabari Smith. A little nervous, like, for my Hornets right now. Also, there was news I seen where Montrezl Harrell got busted with 3 pounds of marijuana in Kentucky, which probably now and if I'm not mistaken, Montrezl Harrell played college for Louisville. Let me make sure. So he's probably from there. Yeah, he did play for you. Yeah, Louisville. So he's Kentucky. That's his stomping ground. So I don't know if it's like a trafficking charge, like crossing state borders or whatnot. I still got to ask myself, why the hell does a pro athlete need to be riding around with 3 pounds of marijuana? I mean, you can't pay one of your homeboys to take that risk for you. Charlotte Hornets are probably going to cut him. NBA will probably suspend him. It doesn't look good for Charlotte now that we lost. We're going to lose our best bench player probably. And, we got 14th or 15th pick. So, it's not really looking good for us. And I don't know much about most of these players to really analyze really who they are. I just know the Kings pick's supposed to be very important. And I think they got the Kings taking another guard. I mean, they literally taken a guard in the last 3 drafts. I mean, They took Halliburton, traded him. They took Davion Mitchell last year. So I don't know how that's going to pan out. I know a lot of people saying Jabari Smith's going number one. I wouldn't be surprised if Chet Holmgren goes number one because of his affiliation with Jalen Suggs. A lot of times, a lot of teams want to bring in that kind of chemistry and stuff like that, and whatnot. But the draft is coming up in a few days. I'm hoping my Charlotte Hornets can maybe package something together, Gordon Hayward and a pick, and move up. I just don't know that we're going to get much out of this draft at all. And for OKC, for Houston, I think those two teams are kind of in a position to be moving forward real good. But, like, Orlando's still, like, I mean, they still need to have an all-star first before we talk about Orlando being anything, like winning anything. Like Houston, if Houston gets any one of the top three and puts them with Jalen Green, that's going to be good. And then OKC, if they get any one of the top three and puts them with Josh Giddey and Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Lou Dort, I mean, that looks like they're going to be moving in the right direction, especially if all the top three pan out. But if I had to pick who, I know people probably, you got Paolo, Chet, and Jabari. If I had to pick who I think would probably be more likely to not pan out for a top three pick, I'm going to go with the Jabari Smith cat. I don't know, because Paolo, I think just his body and everything, I think he's going to be good to go. I think Duke underused him. He's going to be good to go. Chet Holmgren, I think, is going to be a difference maker. I really do. Because he plays both ends of the floor. And I just think he's going to be a difference maker. So, yeah, excited. Draft is June 23rd. That's in 3 days. So that's this Thursday. And I definitely might go live just for the top three picks just to see what's going on. Okay, what do we got here? I want to talk about this Mayra Flores. And before I do that, let's give you a word from one of our sponsors.
Are you a musician looking for music marketing and promotion? Then look no further than Promo Palace LLC, your one-stop shop for all music promotion services. Services include Spotify playlist pitching, YouTube video promotion, record pool promotion, blog placements, radio airplay promotion, SoundCloud promotion, and much more. With over 2,000 customers and over 10 years of experience in online promotion, Promo Palace LLC is a company you can trust. For more info, please go to promopalace.biz. See you there.
That's right. Get marketing promotion from promopalace.biz. Pretty much a one-stop shop for everything. Let's get into this Mayra Flores. She basically won the Texas U.S. House Special District 34. Now, why is this important? Why am I talking about this when I normally don't talk about things like this? Because this is a seat that was flipped in the last 100 years has been Democrat. So the last 100 years, I mean, you talk about my lifetime, 2 of my lifetimes and some, it's been Democrat for 100 years. And it's been flipped. Well, do I think it was flipped because of anything that Mayra Flores did or the Republicans did? No, because I think it's of everything that Democrats didn't do and how terrible, fucked up job they've done. this is the thing. You got your far right, you got your Republicans. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, no, let's start. You got middle, you got right, you got far right, you got your left, your far left. I guess even in the middle, you could say libertarians are somewhat in the middle. Liberals are really kind of like on the left, and then these new age Democrats that are the far left ones. I mean, they're just really out there. When I compare the far right to the far left is just really, really out there. They're just really batshit crazy more than anybody. They living in this fairy tale world. They're watching too many Disney movies. Any of these ideologies that they spew out of their mouths, they never really think about solutions or consequences of any of these things. And they're just willing to open up a rabbit's hole after rabbit's hole in some of these things and don't really think about the consequences of opening up these rabbit holes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've opened up so many Pandora's boxes in the last few years to me. So I don't really think, like, the fact that this 100-year-old Democrat seat is flipped to Republican for the first time in 100 years, I don't think it's nothing that Mayra Flores necessarily did. And she's a beautiful woman. Who knows, she might be a good politician for her district. But I think it's everything. It's all about what Democrats have done and haven't done. I think they've just fucked up and screwed up so bad that people have no choice. And that's what politics is becoming now. It's like all the people that voted against Trump, there was people that just voted against Trump because they hated Trump, but they didn't necessarily like Biden. But you're still guilty for putting in a shit president. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just more about how fucked up the Democrats are, opposed to like the Republicans are just doing all the right things. That's not what's going on here. It's not that Republicans are doing all the right things. It's they're not spewing some shit that's just batshit crazy, And I think this is very significant. You're going to see a lot of this. Democrats are going to be bitching and complaining when they lose all these seats, but they're not going to be looking in the mirror. I mean, Democrats, and I try to tell my friend this, Democrats have literally took a stance that all Republicans are racist. Well, once you do that, you've alienated half of the voting fan base. It's like a business taking a political stance, like you've alienated half your consumer base, and calling a whole party, a whole political party, I mean, people, you calling a half of America racist. I mean, that's not going to bode well. And you can't backtrack that. You can't retract that. You've took that stance and put that statement out there. And I'm not a Republican, but I'm not a Democrat. So as far as I'm concerned, they called me a racist too. So I would never, ever vote Democrat in my life again. Ever. I voted once for Barack Obama. I got swindled out of my vote. Never, ever again will I vote Democrats. Not saying I'm necessarily going to vote Republican, but I will never vote for a political party that's called half of America racist, and they have no facts or evidence to apply to that. They don't know every single Republican personally. So there's that. And then it's mathematically impossible for every single one of them to be racist. There's just so many differences between even people in political parties. I mean, every Democrat doesn't think like AOC and Joy Reid, but those that are loudest voices, those are the ones you hear the most, and they're batshit crazy. And these other Democratic voices ain't speaking up loud enough against those. And same thing with the people on the far right. You got to have Republicans within the party speaking up against those people. And I couldn't even really tell you what the far right's view really is, because it doesn't. It once again, the far left is the ones that are just louder than everybody, living in the fairy tale fantasy lands, these utopia ideas and ideologies and views, like, equality, it's an idea, like my friend Mr. Jones said, but it's also an illusion. Like I said, I mean, we're not technically all created equal, from a mental standpoint. Yes, we all have the mental capacity to learn all the same things and achieve all the same mental things. If we're talking about things that achieved mentally, and even that might be stretching it. We're probably not all created equal, because if we were, we'd probably be a lot more geniuses. And there's only so many geniuses in the world. So we're probably not even all created equally on that aspect. Then from the physical standpoint, we're definitely not all created equal. Because if we were, we'd be able to all achieve the same athletic achievements, and Muggsy Bogues was never going to be able to achieve all the same things that a Michael Jordan could achieve. When Muggsy Bogues is, yes, he's super athletic for a guy that was my height. But, a guy under 6 foot is never, if I'm not mistaken, led a NBA team to a championship like that. So there's that. It's a game of giants, man. Yes, he achieved what probably no other 5'4" man could ever achieve, but he's probably only gonna be the only one to ever achieve that. I think Earl Boykins might have been the only other one. Talking about two guys, out of the millions and millions of 5'4" guys, man. If we were all created equal, I'd be, have the physical stature of a LeBron James or Kobe Bryant or Michael Jordan, but I don't have that stature. I'm not as tall as them. My arms ain't as long. My legs ain't as long. And that's that. I mean, I think this idea of equality is an illusion. I don't think we're all created equal. That's a biblical phrase, but that's not true. It's not true. We're not all created equal. Do we have the mental capabilities of achieving the same things mentally? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we can, but you also got to take into account of ambition and determination. Those are part of equality too. Because if you don't have the same ambition or determination as the next man, then I don't know that y'all are so totally equal. There's a lot of things that you got to take into account. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things you got to take into account. You can't just say, well, we're born, we're all created equal. No, it doesn't really just work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Like I said, I would be Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James. And why am I saying that? Because those guys are superior over me when it comes to athletic ability, physical stature. Now if it comes to like advertising or something like that, actually, those guys got me beat too. I might know more computer stuff than them. That's about it. I might know more computer stuff than them. And anybody can acquire. We can all acquire the same computer knowledge and stuff. It's all about, Googling and just learn as you go and whatnot. But Democrats screwed up. They screwing up, and they're gonna lose all their power. I want to get into this last thing I seen. Kamala Harris was saying that abortion rights and all that it doesn't your decision on it doesn't affect your morals or religious beliefs or anything like that. Well, I'm not a religious person at all, but I'm gonna be the first to tell you that's complete lies and horseshit and bullshit. Because based on most religious beliefs, you are compromising your morals, when it comes to pro-abortion. And this is the problem I have with pro-abortion. They're usually the most hypocritical people on the planet because they're the same people that try to, if you ask them, well, what about the vaccines? Is it my body, my choice then? Well, they're the same ones that say, well, that's different. It doesn't matter. That's not important. Bullshit. It's all the same. And a problem I got with pro-abortion people is pro-abortion people are dishonest human beings. Why are they dishonest human beings? Because what are they trying to do? They're trying to hide and conceal the fact that they are pregnant and get rid of a kid without telling the man. What about his choice? That's the thing. That's where they always come up with this hypocritical nonsense and horse shit. Because they always put in my body, my choice. Like this is some pro-choice argument. Well, guess what? You can't be pro-abortion and pro-choice. You either pro-choice and that's it. Because if you're pro-abortion and you're against pro-choice, you're a freaking hypocrite. Because they're the same people that probably say lock somebody up for drug use. Well, guess what? That's their choice. It's their body, their choice. And y'all want to just throw my body, my choice. But what about my choice? What about just my choice? What about my semen, my choice? My sperm, my choice? Like, what if I get to put some kind of copyright on my semen and sperm when you can't kill it or you can't destroy it? What about that? If I put some law on my semen and sperm, it's my semen, my sperm. So no matter where I shoot it, you don't get to just do what you want to with it because it's my semen, my choice. I mean, like, these are some slippery slopes, man. It's why we talking about Pandora's boxes being opened by these Democrats, these rabbit holes that they open, because when you throw my body, my choice out there for one thing, any one thing in society, then you have to apply that across the board. And you don't get to just say my body, my choice, because I can have choices for other things that don't relate to my body. What if there's choices that don't relate to my body? Do I still get a choice in that matter? What about something that came from my body? Do I get a choice in the matter of something that came from my body? Is that still my body, my choice when it's my DNA? Is my DNA, my body, my choice? I mean, these are slippery slopes, man. It's easy for people to just say, yeah, my body, my choice. I should be allowed to go behind the guy's back that I had sex with and got pregnant by and lie to him and not tell him that I'm pregnant and kill off this potential life. It might not be, because at what point do we decide when it's a life? And what point do the laws of nature decide when it's a life? Because I'm going to tell you right now, the laws of nature are the ones that decide and determine whether it's a life. Now, so whatever point the laws of nature decide it's a life, of course, mankind is always going to have a different point than that. But, so, yeah, like, this is, I don't trust nobody who's pro-abortion because all you're doing is lying to a man and concealing the fact that you were pregnant with his kid. And now there can't be any trust in a relationship whatsoever. And that's why I think I'm going to title this one Pro-Abortion People Cannot Be Trusted. Just for the simple, because that's my whole take on this. When I really think about it, pro-abortion people cannot be trusted. They're dishonest human beings that think it's okay to lie to a man and not let him know that you are pregnant with his kid and take away any choice that he has, you know what I'm saying, and still think that y'all's relationship should still be hunky-dory because you're a lying, backstabbing, two-faced bitch. I mean, if you take away the man's choice and you just go get an abortion, then you're a dishonest, lying, two-faced, backstabbing bitch. You can't be trusted by nobody on this earth. Why would I trust anybody who's pro-abortion, who thinks it's okay to just go in a relationship, even if they're not in a relationship, I think it's just okay to just do that and then still come into a man's face and just talk to him like it's okay, like everything is just hunky-dory, peaches and cream. No. You know, if this was the caveman days, you get your teeth knocked out. You know, but of course this is the bitch ass mankind law days. You know, because I go laws of nature as far as what I agree with. Do I follow the laws of man because of the consequences? Yeah, but do I agree with the laws of man? Not compared to the laws of nature. But yeah, this is some dishonest, two-faced, backstabbing bitch shit. Pro-abortion people. And then they're always hypocrites because they're the same ones that trying to force you to get vaccinated, you know, like it's my responsibility to make sure a pro-abortion, backstabbing, lying, two-faced bitch doesn't get COVID. I mean, what kind of world are we living in where that's how it works? That I'm supposed to be responsible for somebody getting COVID that's a lying, backstabbing, two-faced bitch? Nah, screw pro-abortion people, because that's what they are. When you totally don't even tell a man, I can understand rape. I'm always going to say rape. Okay, that's one thing. Rape is one thing. Incest, rape. And incest should be going, I mean, incest is about going around forever anyways. That's not even really the same as rape. You know, incest was consensual. They didn't necessarily, it wasn't rape. So, but rape, yeah, it's got to be a hard thing to raise a rapist child. That's got to be a hard thing. But all these women out here just getting abortions, to just walk right back in the man's face like it's all hunky-dory, peaches and cream. None of them bitches can be trusted. They're just honest scumbags of human beings. The relationship is over really from that point. Because you can't be trusted. You know, I wouldn't trust a pro-abortion person as far as I could throw them. Because just like I said, I think it's okay to just lie behind people's backs and conceal secrets, and you know, like things like that could come out later and destroy a man. You know, it could destroy a man. I mean, you gotta be upfront and honest, man. Just Joe Rogan said it best. It's not good to not be honest. I got no respect for no dishonest people whatsoever. And if you're a dishonest scumbag in society, screw you and your mask mandates, and you want to force me to get a vaccine. I give a rat's ass what happens to dishonest people. I don't. I'm sorry. Call me a scumbag, but I don't care about dishonest people whatsoever. I care about honest people. If I don't know you and you're an honest human being, hey, I care about you. But I cannot care about dishonest human beings. That's not the way this shit works. That's a made up religious biblical bullshit. as much as I watch a lot of people like Ben Shapiro and Officer Tatum and Whitlock, I disagree with their religious analogies and takes. I don't believe in Jesus. There's no proof and facts. I don't think anybody really has any hard evidence of who or what created us. And once you bring the evidence forth, then I'm willing to accept it if it's factual evidence. But the Holy Bible, the Quran, any of these books, they're just stories of how man should live a moral life. And I do agree with things like kindness. You know, I'm not intentionally mean to people when I'm out and about, you know, but I'm still don't give a shit about dishonest people. And once I find out you're dishonest, then don't expect me to care about you after that point, you know. And once you're just completely dishonest, you just lie to, you know, twice to my face. There's no making up for that shit. There's no taking those lies back. That's 2 strikes. You don't get the third, you know. So I mean, honest people, y'all good to go in my book. 2 thumbs up, you know. Just honest. And that's the thing. Most people who live honest, they live, you know, the right moral kind of life. They don't fuck with people. They don't rob them. They don't steal them from them. They don't judge them. They don't bother them one bit. You know what I'm saying? They just go on living their life while the other person lives theirs. But dishonest people, those are usually the people that steal from you, rob you at gunpoint, break in your house, person that's more likely to kill you, rapists, child molesters, all those kind of things. Anything you can think of the criminal element brings. Dishonest people. They're all dishonest. All criminals are dishonest. And most dishonest people are criminals. I'm sorry. That's facts. People that constantly lie over and over again, they'll steal from anybody. They'll steal from anybody, man. I just don't see any reason for people to be lying unless you're criminals. And I don't need a Bible to tell me that. I don't need a Quran to tell me that, you know. Yes, I agree with religion. You should be nice. Thou shalt not kill, steal, all those things. But I don't believe in religion as far as what created us and anything of that nature. And I don't think we should need religion in place to know that it's common knowledge to just not just rob and steal from somebody for no reason. You know? I mean, if you don't rob, like, the laws of nature only says you go rob and steal when your life depends on it. And you can only kill when your life depends on it. Which normally means somebody's trying to kill you or you're going to starve to death. Those are the main 2 things where your life depends on it. The laws of nature. And so there's that. But these pro-abortion people, they can't be trusted, you know, because they're typically not pro-choice. They say my body, my choice. For one thing, they're just like the people the feminists who want only equality in the workplace. Some places they don't want it as bricklayers or garbage men or landscaping jobs. They don't want a quality workplace and all the hard physical labor jobs. They only want a quality workplace in the easy jobs. Well, that's not how it works. It's either across the board or none at all. And that's how this my body, my choice works. It's either across the board or none at all. And y'all don't want to go across the board because y'all want to force people to get vaccinated. Y'all want to force people to stay in their house during COVID lockdowns. Y'all want to force people to wear masks. That doesn't sound like my body, my choice to me. That sounds like American dictator, no choice. That's what it sounded like during COVID. And you know what I didn't think about is we literally took the policies of a dictatorship country and applied them. Just because the vaccine might have came out of a lab in Wuhan, China, doesn't mean we have to apply the same tactics as a dictatorship to get past the situation. Just because the leak might have came from a dictatorship doesn't mean we have to follow the lead of a dictatorship. And that's what we pretty much did. So why would we follow the lead of a dictatorship unless we are trying to be a dictatorship? That's all I can think of. I can't think of any other common sense reason of why we would follow the lead of a dictatorship unless we are trying to be a dictatorship. So yeah, don't trust pro-abortion people. They'll go behind your back, won't tell you that they're pregnant, abort the baby off, come back, smile on your face like it's peaches and cream. Everything's hunky-dory. Some dishonest, two-faced, lying, scumbag shit right there. These bitches is some two-faced ass bitches doing shit like that. Don't even give a man any kind of option or don't even be honest with him up front. Let's just lie about this shit. Pro-abortion. Pro-liars. Pro-abortion. Pro-liars. That's what that means. Pro-abortion. Pro-liars. That's what they're screaming. Pro-abortion. Pro-liars. Pro-abortion. Pro-liars. No, man. I don't. Pro-liars? No. Pro-scumbags is what that is. So, yeah, that's my take on this whole abortion thing. I mean, I'm not a religious guy, but Kamala, I'm not an idiot and a jackass either. That was complete horseshit. Anybody who is religious is definitely going to make you compromise your morals and your religion by being pro-abortion. Because not only you're pro-abortion, you're pro-liar. There's that. And religion isn't about lying. Religion is about being honest, you know? So, yeah, pro-abortion, pro-liars. There's that. So, once again, I'll thank y'all for tuning in. We're going to end off with a commercial. This your boy, the one and only Paul Pickett, host of the Paul Pickett Podcast, a.k.a. Triple P, a.k.a. the Common Sense Podcast, your source for music, sports, politics, world events, and more. Please check me out 3 to 4 days a week on my video podcast on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Rumble. And check out the audio version on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Deezer, TuneIn, Stitcher, Slacker, iHeartRadio, Player FM, and much more. Peace. See you there. Once again, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 157. A few more, we'll hit that 200 mark. Peace, and I'm out.